Hey guys, welcome to my Facebook Live. Today is Tuesday, April 11th. This is my monthly online card class. So I am coming to you live at 6 p.m. Mountain Time instead of 3 p.m. And tonight I am featuring a suite out of the Occasions mini catalog. So tonight I'm going to be sharing with you the Regency Park suite. So if you are joining, say hello. Hi Diana, thanks for joining me tonight. I will give a few minutes for people to join and make sure that you guys can see okay. Alright, I never am quite sure how high to put it, but let's see. Hey Lori, thanks for joining. So this is my hostess code that's associated with this class tonight. So if you order a minimum order of $35, I will send you the kit for the cards that I'm going to make tonight. I will do all the die cutting that I can do that doesn't require stamping first, which is actually a lot of it. And then I will automatically send you a kit. If you spend $50 or more, I will send you the kit, and I will also send you 10 handmade cards. So this month is kind of different in that the retiring list is out and there's a lot of things that are already sold out, so it makes it really hard for me to give a free gift. Sorry I keep saying so this month, my free gift that I'm giving out, I'm clearing out all of my card samples since Stampin' Up! Is doing the color refresh. I'm clearing out all my card samples, which is a ton of cards. So to help me get rid of them, I'm giving them away as my free gifts with an order this month. So if you spend $50 or more, you'll get 10 card samples in addition to my card class. So if you have already placed an order with me previous to tonight, I made different offers previous, and I will honor those. If you order tonight going forward, this hostess code will be good through Sunday night. And for $35, you'll get the kit for free, and $50 or more, you'll get the kit and 10 cards out of my samples. And I will try, if I'm able to, I will look at what you order and I will try to give you some samples that will fit what you order. I can't guarantee because I don't necessarily have samples for everything, but if I do have some samples for something that you're ordering, I'll try to cater to that. Okay, so hey Darla, thanks for joining. So tonight I'm featuring the Sentimental Park and the Petal Park, which these are two stamp sets that coordinate together. One has a die set that goes with it here. Okay, the other one has a punch that goes with it. So this is kind of nice because some people prefer the punches and some people prefer the dies. Some like both. So that's kind of fun. I like that they kind of mixed it up. It also has an embossing folder. So this is the Cane Weave 3D embossing folder that goes with this suite. And it's just kind of like it's called Cane Weave. It's kind of like a basket weave. There's also a ribbon. This is a Night of Navy bordered ribbon. So you can see it's kind of got like a bordered edge. It's really pretty. There's also designer series paper, which I'll go through in a minute. And the designer series paper is 6x6. Okay. And then there's also these adhesive backed Milky Dots. Another reason I'm not giving these out, these sold out several weeks ago. So I happen to have a package, thankfully, and I almost thought that I lost them. I saw them earlier today, and then as I was trying to come up with my package, or my projects, I couldn't find them, and I knew I had them. But I was able to find them before we went live. So, case in point, it would be impossible to give these as a free gift with an order. So that's why, another reason why I'm giving my cards. When Stampin' Up! Announces the retired list, things sell out really quickly. So it's just really hard to decide what I'm going to feature this month. You know, not knowing what's going to retire and what's not. The great thing is both of these stamp sets and this punch and this ribbon, and I believe this embossing folder are carrying over. So the only thing that's not carrying over are these milky dots. Okay. Also, if you watch me every time I go live, I was going to do the Let It Ride motorcycle set. However, every time I go to try to design with that, I just can't come up with anything unique. So I've just come to the realization that it's just not my set, and I think that I'm going to exchange it, because I just can't, I don't feel very creative with it, and there's just some sets that are like that, for me. I'm sure everybody feels that way about something, and I thought I would be able to do something with it, but I can't. So I really like this one. And I love it even more now that I know that it's carrying over. I love these little label kind of dies that it has in here. I think any time that a stamp set has dies that has these, keep in mind that you can use these with any stamp set. So that makes it very versatile for me. I can use it with different different stamp sets, so that's very appealing to me. And then I love the punches, because that always makes things very quick, and you can use these with all different kinds of things. You can do punch art, all kinds of things. Okay, so the other component, and if you want to look this up in your catalog, it's on page 30 and 31 of the purple catalog, okay? And you can see all the different things that they have in here. So this one actually takes up 4 pages because it has the 2 stamp sets. And I really like this stamp set too, because it has like new baby, anniversary, graduation, thank you, happy birthday, dear friend, thinking of you. It's all occasions, so it's pretty much all encompassing, you know. So that appeals to me as well, because even if I didn't use the flowers, it has all the sentiments in it as well. So that's another thing that sells me on it too. So so that's another reason why I really like it. So, as I usually do when I'm featuring a suite, they usually have some designer series paper, and on the back of the designer series paper, it tells you the colors that are in there. Okay, so in this one, we have Petal Pink, which is kind of hard to see, but this is pink. It has the Sweet Sorbet, Shaded Spruce, Night of Navy, Balmy Blue, and the Mango Melody. Now the Mango Melody is the only color on here out of these that is retiring. So this color here is retiring. It's going away. So keep that in mind. But all these other colors are staying. And then when you look through the papers here, I'm just going to pull them all out, you can see the nice array. So one side has all flowers, okay, And I like these because it has a lot of blues and it has some yellows, but then it also has the pops of the sweet sorbet. And then some of the greens. Okay, and then it's got like really big flowers and then some of the smaller, daintier flowers. Okay. And then here's one that's just all blues. And then when we turn it over, these are more of just like backgrounds. So you have stripes, you have some flowers, some crosshatch. There's some flowers, polka dots. This is that cane weave. This is like a denim. There's some more stripes, the cane weave. This is kind of like polka. Kind of looks like snow is what it reminds me of, but and some more polka dots. Okay. So, what else? I feel like I'm forgetting something, but so these are the colors in the suite. Okay. Something else for my local people, if you're local to Rio Rancho or Albuquerque, and if you're a demonstrator and you haven't checked your mail yet, you might check your mail. This came in my mailbox today. So if you don't know what this is the new annual catalog. So for those that aren't demonstrators, being a demonstrator has its perks, and one of those perks is that we get the catalog a month earlier, and we also get to order select product out of the catalog a month earlier. So we were able to pre-order some product last week. I got my box on Saturday. I did pay for expedited shipping, so I already have all my colors and everything, so I'm excited. But there's nothing like holding the catalog in your hand and being able to go through and pull all your retired stuff. So that's what I've been doing today. So if you are local and you're a demonstrator and you haven't checked your mail yet, check your mail. So I can't show you what's inside. If you're a customer of mine and you regularly order, and you requested a catalog, you should be getting one directly from Stampin' Up. So as soon as they start mailing them to customers, I have requested that they mail you one. So it should be probably like in a week or two. So, okay. So, I will go ahead and get started. Diana's running to the mailbox. We'll do the simple card first, and I'll share the cards after. And I am recording this, so if you miss any of it, Diana, you'll see them later. So, okay. So I had wanted to have samples done, as always. I couldn't find these little guys, and it took me like 20 minutes. So, but I have my ideas. So my first card is going to be simpler, and I'm doing white on white. There's a lot of white in this background on this paper. So I'm going to start out kind of basic for this. And let me get... And for this one, I am going to... I pulled out my Night of Navy ink. I might use another one. And I may only use this one. I'm not sure yet. But for this first one, I'm going to use the Petal Park, and I'm going to use the Punch. Okay. And let's see here. I haven't used this stamp set yet. So if there is a trick to this, I may figure it out after using it for the first time. So bear with me. But for this one, all of the 3 stamps are connected so that they stamp perfect distance apart so that you just punch them once. And then you can punch them all out. Okay, so I'm going to take my block and And I need a cleaning pad. I'm not sure what. Oh, I know I have it in mine. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Okay. All right. So, okay. So, from the looks of it, just looking at it, you come up and punch. So the smallest flower is at the top. So that's how I'm going to lay this on my stamp here. Okay. And so I'm going to ink that up, and I'm going to come in here, make sure this is high enough. I'm going to push this up just a tiny bit. I will post the hostess code along with the video at the end. Make sure you can see this. Okay. All right. And I'm going to come up in here. All right. So, need to make sure that the little one is on the top. So that when you come up and punch, it's like that. And you'll have to turn it a little to line them up. And then you have your 3 flowers. All right. And I'm thinking that I am going to use this greenery right here. This is all one piece, which again makes it nice, but you need to be careful when you're pulling these off of either your block or this plastic, because these will rip, these photopolymer. I've done it before with a deer. I was pulling him off and I ripped his head off of his body. So they can rip if you're not careful. So the nice thing when you get a suite, or if you're following some designer series paper, if you just follow your ink colors from your paper, that's how I'm choosing my green. Okay. And this is, the idea behind this is that you can kind of stick your flowers in here, and then have the greenery kind of sticking out behind it. Okay. So I'm going to do that on here. Okay. Okay. And just going to kind of do it right over here, just like so. Okay. So this is the shaded spruce. And then what I'm going to do is I pulled out this sheet of the designer series paper, and I'm just going to cut some strips of different lengths. So maybe one like that. And one like that. And maybe And so I'm going to glue these down. And I'm going to use my liquid glue, so I have a little bit of time to move these around if I need to. And this sheet is cut a 1/2 inch smaller than my card base. My card base is just a regular card base side. And I meant to put this underneath, so I am going to slide this like so, and then these I just trim off. Okay. They already lose a big flower. Okay, there. All right. So then on my card base, we'll fold this over. Hey Pam, thanks for joining us. You didn't miss too much. I'll be sending out the video so you can catch the beginning. These strips down so I can just pop this up. I like to do that when I do the white on the white. And forgive me, my allergies are driving me crazy. They were fine all day until I get on a live. All right. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to set this down here, and then I have my little flowers, and I could just put them on flat, but I don't know about you, but I don't like flat. So I'm just going to curl the leaves a little here. And then I'll take my glue and I'll do the big one first and just put a little dot. Put that one down. Put this one in there. And then this one down at the end, like so. And then we have some of these, our little adhesive milky dots. And I think for this one, I think I'm going to go with gold, the gold ones. And I think I will put one there and one there. And let's see. Ooh. So there we go. There's the first one. Just simple, just to show you how to kind of use the paper, incorporate the colors. and use the punch, okay? All right, so the next one, we're going to step it up a bit. Okay, so on the next one, we are going to start with the base of the Mango Melody. And then for this one, I really like this pop of color with the Sweet Sorbet. And it's hard to tell, but it has a little tiny bit of the, I'm pretty sure it has the green in it, but I think it has the blue, the Night of Navy in the very center of the flowers. So I'm going to give a little pop of that color right on the outside of that designer series paper. So so for my first layer, I did the designer series, or I did the Night of Navy. I did a quarter of an inch in, and then I did my designer series paper 1/8 of an inch in. Okay, so as I said, if you do get a kit, if you do an order of $35 or more and you get the kit, I will cut the designer series paper and everything for you in this. For this card, I am going to be using one of these labels like I showed you in here. So I am using this little one right here. Okay, which is this one here. Okay, and so this will come with your kit. If you have this stamp set, you can stamp it the same, and if you don't, and you don't decide to get this stamp set, you can stamp it with something different. This stamp set does have these little dies that punches out these little flowers, and the thing that I love about Stampin' Up, I don't know about other companies because I don't buy anything but Stampin' Up, but the thing that I love about Stampin' Up is that when they have little things that have multiples, like these little flowers, these little dies that have the 3 little flowers, they give you 2 of these so that you can run two through at once and get twice as many. I love that about Stampin' Up. So Pam, we are using, we are actually featuring the suite on page 30 of the catalog, the mini catalog, the Regency Park. So this actually has 2 stamp sets, and it features a punch, and it features 2 stamp sets. So the punch and the Petal Park stamp set, and then the Sentimental Park with the coordinating dies. So I'm kind of using both of them. It's all part of the suite. And as I mentioned at the beginning, if you really like the punches, you can just do the punch and the punch stamp set. If you really like the dies, you can do the dies. And the nice thing is that it has all of them. So be sure to watch the replay, watch the whole thing. Because I share some other things too. Okay, so I punched out some of the little flowers in white. Okay, and for this one, I'm going to use some of the ribbon. And I'm going to use the Night of Navy ink, and I'm going to use the ribbon, which is right here. So I'm going to tie this around. So I'm going to cut, and I think I'm going to tie a bow. I like to tie bows. If you don't like to tie bows, you can tie a knot. Okay. If you get the kit to go, I will include the ribbon. Okay, and this one, I am going to do this. You could do anything you want. Could do Thinking of You. Could do Let's Celebrate Your Graduation. I might do that one. Let's Celebrate Your Graduation. I might need a graduation card coming up soon. Let's see here. I don't know. Let me see. I can't ever decide. Let's celebrate your graduation. So if you want to do that, so this is your year of graduation, and then let's celebrate. So you could stamp them one at a time, or you could stamp them at the same time. Now what you could do is just put your block over, and then place them kind of where you want them. I have to look at it over it, so I have to move it down for a minute. You don't want them to be too far apart. You don't want too much of a gap in between the sets of words. So you'll just see that I set it over that, and then I figured out where I wanted it. Make sure that they're straight. You might want to test it on a scrap piece of paper. I'm gonna not test it. I'm gonna have faith in myself. And then we're just gonna come down. Whenever you have a new photopolymer set, the photopolymer usually has kind of like a film on it from when it's produced. So if you try to remember just to clean it before you first stamp. If you don't, it's not that big of a deal, but sometimes you might notice that it doesn't stamp as crisp the first time. It's because of that film. So if usually I remember right after I put the ink on it, so that's why I just cleaned it. So but there's that, and then I'm going to put that on here. So let's put this all together now. Okay, and then I'm going to tie my ribbon around this and tie my bow over to the left. I gave myself plenty of ribbon to do that. Obviously way too much, but it's okay. Better to have too much than not enough and then have to waste a whole piece, right? Okay. Okay, and then we'll fold our base. And then for this, I'm going to put some foam strips on it to pop it up. And put it over the ribbon, just like so. And then you can modify your ribbon like you need to. And then I'm just going to fold these little flowers and then use a little dot of glue and kind of glue them around. That's all I'm going to do. Okay, and then I'm going to use these little ones, these little blue. Oh wait, here's some more. Okay. Okay. Move that down a little. And then I'm just going to use these blue ones here, since these have blue in the circles, or in the centers. I'm going to put blue right in the center of just the big ones. It look a little obnoxious in the other ones. So there's that card, the second card. Okay. All right, third card is going to be slightly similar. This one is going to have a little bit of the, I chose the blue background flowers. This one, I'm going to do a white card base, and I did do some of the cane weave. Okay, again, if you get the kit, I will do the embossing for you. Okay. If I have enough paper, what I most likely will do is leave these whole for you so that you can cut the paper yourself. That's why I'm letting you know the dimensions. So if you get the kit and you can't remember what the dimensions are, just reach out to me and let me know. This one is the blue one. And this, we need to poke out all these little pieces here. This one is slightly bigger, and I have a little pokey tool over here. Okay, so we'll poke all these out. Another thing that I love about Stampin' Up! Making their own dies is, even though I have to poke these out, it's not like it used to be where you really had to fight to get them out. You may have to sit and poke them out, but they come out pretty effortlessly. So it's so nice. So I love that. Okay. So this one I did the die in the navy, and then it has the second one that is just stitched. Okay, and this one I'm actually going to layer it in here. It's going to go like that. Isn't that neat? So it layers in there. You don't even have to glue it if you don't want to. You could do any colors that you want. Isn't that so fun? You could make these into tags if you wanted to. You could punch a hole. You could put this on a bag. You could do it this direction. Isn't that so fun? So I wanted to show you that, because that's another great selling point. If you're like me, you might buy a die set just for 1 or 2 dies, but I totally think if you use it enough, sometimes it's worth it, right? So then I stamped out, or punched out more of those little white flowers, okay? I could have done blue to match these flowers, but I wanted a little bit of contrast. And so for this one, what I'm thinking is doing half of the card embossed in the cane weave, and then doing part of it in the designer series paper. I just have to decide which side. So I think maybe the top in the cane weave, or the bottom. I don't know. What do you guys think? And then having this be on the top. I don't know. Top or bottom for the cane weave. Here's the top, and then here's the bottom. So this is the cane weave on the bottom, and then putting this on. I almost think the cane weave on the top, and then putting this on the bottom, and putting that on the top. Or we could turn the card this way. Maybe do it like that. Then we could do some ribbon. Maybe like that. I think the top, bottom. Lori said top, Pam said bottom. So, I don't know. Need someone to break the tie. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do it this direction. So in the meantime, I'm going to cut it. So this is 4 1/4 crossed. Actually, the card is 4 1/4 crossed. This is 4. Okay. So we had 2 tops. So this is 4. And, okay. So 4. So let me just see what it looks like at 3. Or we could do something like that. How about that? On the side? What I have right here? I think I like this. I feel bad I ask you guys and then I go do something else. But I'm going to do this and then I'm going to put some ribbon to hide that seam. So you guys did help me, believe it or not. Even if I didn't. Okay. So we're going to do that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this hole. I'm not going to cover it up. It actually provides a sturdy base. Okay, so I'm going to use some liquid glue. And I'm going to just glue this down to my base down here. Okay. And then let's do a ribbon around. And I'm just going to adhere it in the back. Okay, it's not going to have a tie in the front. And typically I would use glue dots or something, but for time I'm just going to use tape because I have it right here. And I don't know where my glue dots are. Okay, so that's going to cover that seam. Okay, and then I'm going to put this down onto my card base. Like so. All right, now we have to stamp something on here though. So I think for this one, I'm going to say thanks. I'm going to say thanks. Thanks. I think I'm just going to say thanks. Or thanks, dear friend. I think I can do that. Let's see. I don't know if thanks might be too big. Let's see. Thanks. Yeah, okay. Thanks, dear friend. Okay, so we'll put the dear friend down here. And the thanks right here. And I think I stamp that on there. It'll be perfect. And just clean that off again. Just like that. And let's cut some of these. Put that down and that down. I kind of want this to be my focal point, so I'm going to put that there. And fold these little white flowers. Okay, and I promise the last card will not be just like these, so stick around with me, please. Okay, and then I'm just going to stick this kind of right there. And stick that right there. And then just stick a couple of the white flowers. Kind of in between. Okay, so while I'm getting these on, I think I've shared with you guys, well, I know I've shared with you guys, but I've shared with you guys the online exclusives. So this last card is going to feature the radiating stitch dies, which is an online exclusive. Now, all that means is that they're not in a publication. They're not in a catalog. You can find them if you go online. So if you go to StampinUp.com or you go to my shop, you look up radiating dies, you will find them on there if they're available. They are available right now, so you shouldn't have a problem finding them, okay? But they're not in a catalog, so that's all that means. Now, because these flowers have the yellow, the Mango Melody in the center, I'm going to put the gold in the center of these, okay? I feel like, no, it's not too big on these little ones. I am going to put it on these ones just because I can. We don't have a bow on this one, so it's not so overwhelming. But there's that one. Oh, I lost its center one here. Okay. Isn't that cute? Okay, one more. Bear with me. Okay, we're almost done. I appreciate you guys joining me tonight. Okay, so this last card, I'm going to incorporate the stitch radiating dies. So these are those dies. Okay. All by themselves, they don't do a whole lot. They're designed to be used with other stamp sets and things, okay? So, what I've done is I've just pulled some of the colors. So, I've gone ahead and made a frame with the Night of Navy, okay? And from this stamp set, I've die cut a stem out of the Shaded Spruce, okay? And I've die cut a heart from the radiating dies, okay, out of the Sweet Sorbet, and that's going to sit on top of my flower here. And what do I want my words to say? My words are going to say, I wanted it to be something like happy birthday. Let's say happy birthday, dear friend. Okay, so we already have dear friend on here. So let's take this one off and that here and happy birthday. So this is going to be like sending your friend a little flower of love, okay? So, make sure that my happy birthday is straight. Okay, and I don't want too much space in there, so let's do like that, okay. And one of the fun things you can do is you can put your happy birthday right there, and you can actually kind of curve these if you want, because they're photopolymer. You can do that, okay? Okay. So, and then what we're going to do is I'm just going to use one of these flowers because I already have them. And I'm going to do the smallest one. And I'm going to punch it out. Just like so. Okay. And I even think that, that's on the paper that there's flowers that coordinate, but I'm not quite sure. Let me see. Let me check. How much time do I have? I have a few minutes. I feel like there is. Is it this one? Let's see. I think it is this one. Let's see. Maybe. I'm not sure. Does anybody know? Not that one. I feel like it's this one. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. All right, so I've punched a flower out. Not sure which one I'm going to use. I don't know, do you like the little flower or the big flower? I can't decide. Tell me which one you like, and in the meantime, I am going to stamp my words. If anybody's still watching. Okay, just gotta make sure to stamp this. Okay. I'm not sure. Not sure if anybody's still there. Little flower. Okay. Thank you, Pam. Okay. So we're going to do the little flower. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with this frame. And I think I'm going to pop it up. So, using my edges here, I am going to, I'm going to do it just like so. And just like so. Okay. And right here and little here. My cat is not very happy with me at the moment. She wants me to come out, or she wants to come in. Okay. Okay. So then we're going to lay this down. Okay, and then we'll take our little stem here. Hey, Kristen. Thanks for joining us. I think I saw you comment earlier, too. I'm glad you're still watching. I hope you're enjoying it. I don't know if you've ever done anything like this before, but we have lots of fun. Okay, so undo my little heart there. And my little flower right there in the center of my heart. And then for the center, I'm going to use a little gold one, just like so. And then I did kind of want to put a bow on here because I like my bows. Just not quite sure where I want to do it. All right. So I'm going to bring that across. Okay. So this is just a fun way to show you how you can incorporate these other dies. I have a class to go right now. The Ready Rhinos, it incorporates these dies as well. So there's, isn't that fun? So these are the cards we made tonight. So again, this is my hostess code. I'll post it when I post the video. I'll also email it out. If you're not on my email list, you can message me. I can add you. So if you place an order of $35 or more in my store, I will send you the kit to make these 4 cards. If you order $50 or more, I will send you the kit as well as 10 handmade cards. We made these. So if you've never watched before, I go live. This is my monthly online class. I do it once a month, but regularly I go live every Tuesday at 3 p.m. And I just share different things every week. I also hold in-person events at my home. So join us. You'll learn more. Thanks for joining me tonight. I really appreciate the support, and I love stamping with you guys. So come back and join me again. Have a great night. Thanks, guys. Bye.